Hello, we're back. Hope everyone is well. Elden Ring returns. Camera and stuff still on. I just put a jumper on. Right, we're getting back into Beast Claw, our latest run for the A to Z. It's going to be part 2. We might finish today. I'm not certain. I have been farming some runes. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, we have about 2 million runes. We're at level 81 right now with 40 strength and 42 vigor. I'm going to be putting a lot more into strength. Because, as you can see, if we go all the way up to 75, our physical defense increases a lot. Our damage increases a lot. We're currently using the heavy Beast Claw. So I think, yeah, we can maybe get up to... Let's get up to 75 strength just for the damage output increase and for the physical defense increase. We'll work on endurance. We might level a bit of arcane if we want to increase the bleed effect and go for a blood infusion. But I think, honestly, just slashing away with these things is going to be worthwhile. And we can work on stuff like physic tiers and stuff as well right now, because I think I only have the strength, not crystal tier on here. I have the dex as well, because of the run to the DLC. So, this is Hank McCoy, Beast from X-Men, obviously. And right now we're going to go and fight Godfrey and then Morgott. I have the... Oh, wait, no, we already fought Godfrey, didn't we? Yeah, I have the Winged Sword Insignia, Millicent's Prosthesis, and Blue Dancer Charm. We might swap this out for... Honestly, we could go and get Radagon's... like the Star Scourge Prosthesis to get another 5 strength. Or we could just swap in Carrion Filigree Crest for lower FP consumption. But honestly, I might stick with Scorpion Charm for now just because we get more runes, and that means slightly better uptake on FP and endurance and stuff. So, for now, we still need another 65k to level up. So we're not going to be able to get there with the runes that we have. We don't need Mohg's Shackle anymore. I'm going to use a rune arc here so we get Radagon's Great Rune, which is going to give us more health, stamina, and FP. And we're going to go fight Morgott. Hope everyone's been well since the last Elden Ring stream. If you're just coming in after the Minecraft stuff, thank you if you stuck around for the Minecraft stuff. Storm Awen left me with no power for 5 days. Feel like I missed a lot. Gosh, no power for 5 days. I would barely survive. So I hope you're all doing well. And yes, Elden Ring is back. Savage Claws. That's the name of the game now. DPS. Haven't seen this character yet. This is Hank McCoy. I made him look a little bit like Kelsey Grammer. And he's a Blue Dancer Charm build. Very blue, WDWI. And hopefully now has enough physical damage resistance that he will survive. We'll see. Yeah, right now the Heavy Beast Claw is at plus 14. So since it's heavy, it has only strength scaling. Hopefully we'll be able to get the scaling up to an A. Once we get more upgrades, but I want to get to mountaintops so we can at least get to plus 18, and we'll see what we can do from there. We might be able to go back to Selia Crystal Tunnel to get some Smithing Stone 7s. Clothingless tarnished.
What is thy business with these thrones?
Got lucky too, weren't meant to get power back until tomorrow, yikes.
Godric the Golden. The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania.
Yeah, the worst I've ever had it during winter is that our boiler went out one year and we just had to wear lots of layers.
General Radagon.
But, never had the power go out entirely. I've had the internet go off and had the boiler go out on other occasions, but separate occasions.
Willful traitors. All.
Honestly, it's worth watching the cutscenes for this, because if the player appears in the cutscenes, it's just very funny being a naked blue man.
villagers, emboldened by the flame of ambition.
It's a very cool sword. I'm looking forward to using it eventually.
Meager grave.
Yeah, Sleepy, same. Like, the fact that it highlights his feet makes you feel like his feet should be different.
Last of all.
What's this sword called? It is the creatively named Morgott's Curved Sword. I'm pretty sure. So now we can do this. The only problem with the attack we have here is that if you don't stun the enemy, you get knocked out of it very quickly. Oh, yikes. So like that, as you might imagine. We don't have any poise, so quite vulnerable. It's quite nice being as agile as Morgott for once, though. I need to get this blue flask in so that I can use the weapon skill a second time. No, there we go. Okay, great. Whew. Yeah, that was closer than I would have liked, but we're also not doing optimal damage quite yet. Slightly worried about where this is going to leave us in future. Likely don't have the right. Yeah, not so much. Thank you for the GGs. We got 140,000 runes from that, so we should at least get some level ups. Roll for miles with light roll? Yeah, absolutely. That's something else I'm not used to from these runs, is having had a light roll.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
Alright, we have the roll medallion now.
Let my share them with me.
Let's put
Your thoughts, your ambitions.
at least 1 point into endurance.
You would
We'll probably increase the FP as well. But then we can get, yeah, like 800 more. Yeah, okay, cool. So then we're down to like 18 runes or something silly like that, yeah. We're going to try and get our vigor to 60 just so that we have a decent health buffer considering we're unarmored here. And we'll head to mountaintops to get the next bell bearing. The hair is perfect with Beast. I'm glad, because I was trying to find something that worked, and it was either this or, like, the Kelsey Grammer Beast has more of, like, a center part, almost. Is the guy still here, or did we fight him? Oh, no, there he is. Yeah, this is the problem with hand-to-hand weapons like this, is that, like, often you don't have a whole lot of reach. And for enemies like this, for whatever reason, the hitbox just does not allow for weapons like that. To make an impact. And I'm not doing any poise damage. Oh, we get a stagger though. I'll take it for the Lord's Rune. And yeah, having watched Grady start his new character the other day, I feel like I should have made the hair on this character a slightly different color, because he does have a lot of body hair, but I made it close enough to the character's skin color that you can't quite tell that he's incredibly hairy. Whereas Grady made a new character the other day where his body hair is a different color to the skin color. It stands out so much. I should have made the body hair more black or something. But, like, you can kind of see it on his arms. And a little bit on the chest, but him being this muscular, it kind of gets lost in the shading of the muscles. Could go to the mirror in the round table hold? I guess I could, yeah. But honestly, we've gotten this far right now. We all know it's Beast. I think we'll be fine. And off we go. Speaking of beasts, I gotta say, with enemies like Misbegotten who will actually get interrupted by a regular swing, it ain't too bad. But if you've got an enemy with any amount of poise, this weapon is a little bit dangerous to use. Completely forgot Kelsey Grammer played Beast. Yeah, it was X-Men The Last Stand, which is not the movie's finest hour. And then it's Nicholas Hoult plays him in X-Men First Class and the other, like, young X-Men, where it's like McAvoy and Fassbender. Whenever I hear his voice, I just think Sideshow Bob, yeah. This guy's just not bothering to follow me today, I guess. I think we'll skip the Fell Twins fight, because we've got Radagon's Great Rune. I think having extra FP and endurance is quite nice, so we'll skip the opportunity to have really high health. Because it's 25% health or 15% other stuff, right? Oh, I broke a candle. Seen an X-Men First Class where Quicksilver saves everyone from the mansion exploding is one of my favorite movie scenes. Yeah, I've seen the movie a while ago, but I think I've seen that scene picked out on YouTube completely separately, just because people really enjoy it. And there's versions where it's like, this is what it's like just sped up, you know, like this is what the other characters see happen. So no Knights Cavalry for me. Dove Device, thanks so much for the 6 months. You're home. Welcome back. Thank you so much for 6 months supporting the channel. Enjoy that new sub badge. I think mainly I will need more flasks for this run. Right now we've got 10 total, 9 of which are in health. We can get up to 14, and judging by the amount we just used in the Morgott fight, I think we'll need plenty for fights like Radagon and Elden Beast. Or even like Godskin Duo and stuff. Fire Giant as well. Nope. Got a little close for comfort there, but we managed it. To mountain tops. One other thing I want to do is potentially get the Haligtree Medallion, because then we can go to the Snowfield, beat the Erdtree Avatar there, and get the mixed physic tier that gives us even more damage with multiple hits, which I think is going to be a very valuable thing to stack with this character specifically. That was some timing on the Grace. Yeah, we've got it down to a fine art now. Going to ignore the birds this time and just go for the bell bearing. As long as the birds ignore me, which is easier said than done. What do you miss? We fought Morgott. So we've been successful in our first boss fight, although it was a close one, actually. We are now getting the bell bearing. That means we can upgrade some stuff about this weapon. We can get it to plus 18 at least, and possibly further than that, because I think I have some Smithing Stone 7s. So we're on plus 14 now. We only need 4 more of these, and then we need a bunch of those. That should be enough to pay for the upgrades as well, I think.
Oh, I didn't want to be doing much. Just lay out.
Alright, that's that. We need 4 Smithing Stone 7s, which we'll get from the Selia Crystal Tunnel boss fight. And that'll get us to plus 20, and then we should be okay for Fire Giant, hopefully. We did this boss fight before, but I was not very well upgraded at the time. And now I've done a lot more leveling. I should be doing more damage as well. But this boss is difficult considering the weapon type we have does a type of damage the boss is exceptionally resistant to. But that should not matter too much this time around. We'll ignore that guy as well. Also, did I think I might have forgotten that I kicked the shortcut ladder down. Yep. Yep, I have definitely forgotten about that. Let's just get out of here. Don't really want to tangle with more of this. Ignore this guy. Drink this, and get in the fight. This should be much easier this time. We'll get thrown around a little bit, of course, but... Oh, got grabbed. Not the biggest damage, though. Nice, good fight. And that should be Smithing 7s. Yeah, wonderful. Excellent. Been missing survival guide videos. Any news on that front? Yeah, I just need to finish editing the one I'm working on. I'm also editing a YouTube short that's going to go out at the same time. And the tutorial is going to be in the short. while the, like, building of the thing and the, like, work on the house around it is going to be in the video. So it's going to be kind of a new approach that I'm trying out. Okay, plus 20 should be fine for Fire Giant. Let's go and see if we can do Commander O'Neill, who's going to be a really annoying fight with this weapon, but we'll see. Yeah, I do have to make sure we two-hand it when we get the opportunity. But I think at this point, getting Smithing Stone 7s is going to be... Excuse me. Smithing Stone 7s is going to be something we reserve for Farum Azula. Had to reach over for my mixer to mute. I should have just hit the button on the stream deck, but... I find that if I... like, try and think about what I'm doing in the middle of being about to sneeze, then half the time I, like, lose the sneeze. Whoa. We're about to get shot at. Losing a sneeze is the worst. Happens to me all the time on stream. I feel like I notice the fact that I'm about to sneeze, and then I'm like, wait, I need to mute, and then halfway through that, I'm like, and the sneeze just isn't coming. I don't know how many smithing stones we get from the statue at the end of the lake here, but I don't think it's enough to make up the difference in 7s that we need. We're going to go to Castle Sol first. Because honestly, once we get to Fire Giant and do Farum Azula, it's going to be better to have the Thorny Crack tier anyway. Forever haunted by the lost sneezes. Right, I need to stop and blow my nose in a second, so bear with me. Just trying to get to a point where I'm not going to be attacked by something imminently. If we wanted to, we could get away from Blue Dancer Charm here, actually equip some armor. I honestly think Maliketh's armor would be a really good fit for the Beast Claws, but then we'd lose the fact that the character was this blue. Yeah, I think I'll pause here, just bear with me. Okay. Alright. we paused exactly in the right place to not get lasered by a skeleton while I was blowing my nose. And then the Deathrite bird appears here, because of course it does. There was something I was considering doing with this character that involved going to Nokron, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was now. Nix, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back. Speaking of beasts and savage claws, gonna completely ignore those guys. Also, in before the O'Neill fight is really bad, and I regret not having brought the elevator down here. at least damage-wise, we're doing pretty well against basic animals. The Stormhawk's like, how dare you call me basic? Oh, for the wet blade, right? Yeah, that was it, that was it. There goes the rune arc, I guess. Yeah, best to run through this lot, I think. Time was I would stop and fight all of this. Those days are over. Can't wait for the Beast-Repellent Torch when all of this stuff is going to leave me alone. Although I think the birds are, like, occasionally just scripted ambushes, so sometimes they just don't leave you alone. Or they still attack you one time and then they run away. Well, this guy's got glowing eyes, so we have to attack him for the extra runes. And this guy is going to be a fun test of how well I will do against O'Neill's ads. Not well. That's really bad, actually. His codpiece hits different. You guys have seen that video, right? Part of the trend of making elderly people talk in Zoomer slang. Oh, I wasn't two-handing the claw the first time around. That's probably part of why I was doing so badly. The rest is just a skill issue. But yeah, it's really funny, the video of that one guy being like, Henry VIII's codpiece hits different, or whatever, was in the Leeds Royal Armouries, and I'm like, I've been there. That's strange. Yeah, dying of exposure is absolutely the strat here. Problem is, this guy's absolutely made of poise. Because he, you know, has armor and things. There we go. Whew, okay. He has turned blue with the cold. Okay, we're gonna crack this so we can level up once. Probably not gonna use a rune arc for this fight because I expect we will die. We'll put it into Vigor so we have a little extra health. And then we'll just run to the O'Neill fight. As usual with O'Neill, we got to take out the ads first. Obviously, we always have the option of using crystal darts on his ads, which would not be the worst idea, generally speaking. Yep, Savage Claw's not great. Okay, the other guy took over. Oh, this sucks. He's buffing them too. Okay. Alright, one's down. Okay, that's not bad, but we're already like half our flasks down. Yeah, and then Niall is just like, "Cha, you're dead." The Beast Claws for Beast. What other Elden Ring weapons fit for X-Men? I mean, there's Hook Claws in Stormveil, which work for Wolverine. There's got to be a couple of others, but a lot of the X-Men have like fire powers or ice powers or whatever, and there's incantations for those, you know, that kind of thing. I gotta say, this fight is a lot more fun when you have armor. I don't think I have any crystal darts, unfortunately. Okay, we got a decent chunk out of the first guy just with jump attacks, so that's okay. That hurt. Quite a lot, actually. Right. That's first phase done. Got to ignore the frostbite for the moment. Ow. Yep, easy. Okay. Got to play this a little more carefully than I have in previous rounds. Literally said, I'm Wolverine when I found them. Yeah. Frenzy stuff is for the guy with laser eyes. Oh, yeah, you could do Cyclops with Frenzied Burst, yeah. Optic Blast! Putting on armor slow you down too much. It's more about the setup I have for the Blue Dancer charm, which is currently giving me extra damage because of not having any armor on. Like with lower equip load, it increases your damage. But I guess that's of negligible benefit when I'm just dying midway into the fight. I'm also running out of stamina very quickly here, so... Yeah. Pretty sure sign of how this is going to go. I think as long as we can take on the ads and stuff, it's fine, but... Like, we could just put on some armor and use a different talisman, but again, part of the challenge is sticking with this guy as a character. He doesn't look like Beast if he's not completely blue. And I think we can do this. I'm just trying to rush my way through this. And of course, when all three of them attack me at once, it doesn't go very well. The most annoying part about this fight is the run back. I mean, and the fact that I'm being killed, but that's minor. I honestly don't think the run back from the elevator is any better or worse than the run back from here, though, so I'm not going to worry about it. Looks like normal Elden Ring stuff to me. Yeah, I think it's only feeling different because we've absolutely trivialized this fight in a couple of these runs, but... Really got to do my best to not run out of stamina. I think that's part of it. We'll attempt this a couple more times, and then I'll do something else and try and come back with crystal darts. I think we might be able to get those from, like, the merchant outside of Ray Lucaria, so they're pretty accessible. Okay, that works. Okay, we've got this guy cornered now. And then he killed me anyway. He killed me in the corner. Because he can just poise through some of that stuff when he wants to. I had him right where he wanted me. Hey, Jojoy, welcome in. We are on the Beast Claw, which is why my character looks like Beast from X-Men. This is our 23rd playthrough. I'm starting to lose count. But yeah, we went and got this from the DLC on the last stream. And now we've got to the point where I want to get to the Halig tree to get one completely trivial and unnecessary piece of the setup for this. Yeah, mods, can we get a shout out for Jojoy, please? Currently on the first playthrough of the Elden Ring DLC. And a delightful streamer. And now I'm just in a corner. Ah! Get away! Alright. Alright, that guy's dead. Just the other Chads to kill. Come on, you. Yeah, that move, just poising through my jump attack, unlike that, is annoying. I knew it, the roll was off. Remember this guy being a pain in the butt? Yeah, the boss is not too bad once the other knights are dead. He's dealing a lot of damage to me because he does primarily frost damage and I have no armor. And as you might imagine, being completely naked, not a great position to be cold in. Jump into, hits them, run away. Yeah, it's just a strat that requires being patient and also only stuns them or interrupts their attacks if they are doing a couple of very specific attacks. There's a guy there with a great katana. Everything wants to beat me up? Yeah, no, the DLC is like that. It's a little bit of a difficulty spike from the base game if you're going into it, like, from early on in the base game, but since you beat the base game before you went there, you'll probably be okay in balance. Like, you'll probably be fine. Okay, that guy we beat without taking any damage, so that bodes well for our second friend here. We just don't want the boss to be right there with him. Alright, come this way, you. Stop your stomping. Get over here. Okay, he's almost dead. Let's quickly heal to make sure that he dies properly. Wonderful. Okay, and now Niall's going to do his twirly attack, electrify his own leg, and we get our first attack to dodge. Wonderful. Okay, that went all right. Gotta run away from this. Oh god, now he's doing this. Yikes. Okay, he can kill me in 2 hits. That's a lot. That is gonna require playing very carefully. You're at R'hllana and she hurts? Yeah, R'hllana is one of the trickier bosses because she's well armored and has a lot of very long combos. That was big damage? Yeah. So like I said, I think we can take out the ads now. We just have to be very careful about Niall's attack patterns. Gave it a couple of extra swipes for style there. Alright, you come this way. Okay, good. Right. R1 combo is okay for dealing a little extra damage here. Okay, after he does that, leg attack. Okay, gotta be extra careful here. Okay, we're gonna get our hits in like that, I think. Okay, this one he does a huge attack for, and then after he comes out of it like this, he gets stuck, staggered. We can inflict huge bleeds. That seemed good. He only does that once per fight, as far as I'm aware, so we have a little bit of headroom there. After this one, he always stamps. So then we go in like this. Okay, now we need to get back and heal if we can. Oh, close. Close, but we're doing it. Let's see this out. Alright, good. Heal, yes. Wonderful. This one we can basically get a full R1 combo in if we are at the right spacing, but unfortunately we weren't that time. Not too shabby. Okay, yeah, he immediately follows up after that, so we back off a little bit here. And then we jump in and get this. Alright, you. I think we've got a good pattern here, but it's just a waiting game now. Okay, back off from that. Got a little bit overzealous with the R1 combo. Okay, he does another stamp. And then he follows up. Yeah, great. I think I might be able to get under that backswing he does, but I don't want to risk it, because if he catches me with more than one attack after that, I'm kind of toast. I don't want to heal after, like, really trivial damage like that, but he also has several attacks that could just one-shot me from where I am now. So I need to be a little more careful. I think a couple more good patterns and we've got this, though. Like another heavy jumping there. And then if we go in for another heavy, we're good. Oh, thank goodness for that. Oh, bracing. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for the GGs. We manage, we manage. That at least means we can get to the Halig Tree. I need to double back and do Albinoric Village, but from there we should be at least be able to go and kill that one Erdtree avatar. That'll get us the mixed physic tier we want, and from there we should be able to go do Fire Giant. Didn't jinx it, very nice. I always appreciate people not jinxing me for these more tense fights. Okay, we do have the left, but we don't have the right. Yeah, I guess when we come back here, we'll just go from Castle Sol to the Frozen River. And yeah, let's head back here quickly to do Albinoric Village. Because all we need to do is go south from here. We basically end up there. It's a wet day in Liurnia. Surprising no one. Kind of headed the wrong direction here. I was like, why am I seeing Boggart's shack? Why do I feel the smell of sizzling prawn in the air? At least the Omen killer fight should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, okay, we're in here. Grim scenes ahead. Not just the crabs, either. We won't worry about Nefeli, because even though it's a chance to get an Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone, we'll get one of those from Farum Azula anyway. Can't really get the Smithing Stones before that, so... Yeah, this at least I'm good for. Precious item ahead. This Welshman is a precious item.
No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait. Well, oh, I will finish. The curse, I beg you. You must keep
Alright, thank you. Nothing bad happens to that guy afterwards. Let's go to the round table hold. Because then we get to fight a guy. And also we'll need to go back here at some stage anyway, so it might as well be now. GG. $114 runes from that man with the gold scarab talisman. His life is worth nothing, apparently. Clinging Bone is going to return to us in the seas when we get there. So now we can go back to Dectus Lift, or Rolled Lift, rather. Take the secret path to the Halig Tree, beat up one tree, and then leave. Can make like a tree and get out of there real fast. Wrong medallion. Oops. Try again. Couldn't use round table because of that guy once, really? Did the fight just never end? There we go. Secret medallion time. Like you couldn't beat him? Really? What kind of run was that? In before, fists only. Now just run past all of these guys, ignore the octopus that falls from the ceiling. Takes a lot of fall damage in the process, actually. We'll get this grace just in case we need it. But then we're just going to leave. Follow the lights. We'll get this first grace just so we have somewhere we can respawn. Got a medallion at late level 2018. He did much more damage. I had no armor. At least you have the option of, like, going and finding EG or whoever. Like, somebody can smith your weapons for you, so you don't need Hugh, but yeah, it's a bit of a rough fight, I guess. Gonna fall off every cliff on the way down here, and oh, we ran into the carriage. Oh no. Lightning Ball's also not a great thing when you have no armor equipped, so at least with this, I'm pretty sure there's a stake of Marika near the fight. I'm gonna head over here and get the map quickly first, so I know where I'm going. I might go and get the Ordner Grace, just so we have a slightly closer sight of Grace, but it's not going to be too bad. Ideally, we can avoid getting shot by all the archers. Okay. Should be all set for this fight. I don't see it being too much of a problem. Tree Avatar's patterns are pretty straightforward. It just means we need to be careful about not getting hit, because it's probably going to deal a lot of damage. You missed. Got a few more of these Sword Spear Guardians down here, but we'll just ride past them. Minor Erd Tree. Major boss fights. Oh god, I forgot it's a rot one. I forgot it's a rot one. Ah! Nice. Happy we got a stagger out of that. Now we run away from this. No! Oh god, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh. Close. Yeah, there we go. I thought the rot was going to come more towards me. I'm fortunate that it landed in the pattern it did. Because if you wake up in one of those puddles of rot after taking that much damage, you basically die immediately. So, that's Consecrated Snowfield done. We can head back and do Fire Giant now. Yeah, those fights are pretty straightforward if you know the patterns, so not that worried. Also gave me a lot of runes, actually, so bong. Let's put a couple more in that, and we'll swap the dexterity tier for this one. Anything that makes consecutive attacks grow stronger is basically what this whole build is about. And I suppose one other optional thing we could do is go down the Halig tree to get hold of the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, and that would get us some extra physical resistance. But we'll get one of those from Farum Azula anyway, so as long as we beat Fire Giant, we'll be fine. And I don't think Fire Giant will be too difficult, as long as we don't struggle to melee him. This area is a little bit noisy. Try to tune it out if we can. There we go. Peace and quiet. Oh no, here's another one. I tried my best. There's a Tibia Mariner around here who keeps summoning big skeletons. What build would I recommend for the Starfists? So Starfists, you probably want Winged Sword Insignia and Millicent's Prosthesis because you're doing a lot of attacks very fast. If you've done Millicent's quest, you might have the Rotten Winged Sword Insignia instead, and that's fine. The Thorny Crack tier is really good on your mixed physic for that. And I think with everything else, maybe you just want Claw Talisman because you'll be doing a lot of jumping attacks for stance breaking power. And maybe the Axe Talisman for charged heavies. The two-handed talisman I don't think works on paired weapons like fists, so that won't be super helpful, but yeah, there's a couple of other things you could get. The Winged Sword Insignia and Millicent's Prosthesis are probably the best paired ones, though. Yeah, the Prosthesis one, if you have done Millicent's entire quest, you get the opportunity to either help her or betray her at the end. And if you betray her, you get that. Alternatively, if you encounter her anytime after you've given her the prosthesis from the Shaded Castle, if you attack her, she will drop the prosthesis. So you can get it early, but the full quest involves going to the Halig tree right before where Melania's boss fight is. Which I know you've done, so maybe you've already done Millicent's quest anyway. Prosthesis and Winged Sword Insignia don't stack. They do. They do. The two different Winged Sword Insignias don't stack, so you can't put Winged Sword and Rotten Winged Sword on the same build. But the Prosthesis and the Winged Sword do. Like, if something doesn't stack, you can't equip both of them. Might have done it, you'll have to check. Yeah, no worries. I think if you have the Rotten Wingsword insignia already, equip that. Because that's the thing you get for helping Millicent. And it's basically like these two things combined. It just doesn't boost your dexterity as well. Yeah, you have to do New Game Plus to get both, so... The reason I get Millicent's prosthesis and not the Rotten Wingsword insignia is because you can combine the regular Wingsword insignia and the prosthesis, but you can't combine the two Wingsword insignias. But I'm never on a New Game Plus run, so it never... ends up in a situation where I can get both. But you've got to be able to help Millicent on one run and then betray her on another run. There are a lot of people in the community who are like, I'll never betray her, and I'm like, I'll just do what I need to for the build. I've killed basically all the beloved NPCs aside from the Turtle Pope at this point, because the Turtle Pope does not drop anything, and he will never attack you even if you attack him. Like, all the other NPCs fight back, he's the only one who doesn't, and there's absolutely no point in killing him. Do I have a favorite out of all the weapons I've already completed? I have a couple of favorites. It's very hard to choose, because there have been like 20 plus of them now. I really liked the DLC weapons Backhand Blade and Anvil Hammer. Those are both incredible. From the base game, honestly... Bastard Stars was a really good one, which is the remembrance weapon you get from Astel. I didn't rate the Antspur Rapier as highly as a lot of other people do. For whatever reason, that sword just didn't quite click with me. But maybe it was just my build was kind of odd. I was going for the kind of build where you can deal like 4 status effects because you equip a Poison, Ash of War. The thing automatically has Scarlet Rot. You use Seppuku to get Bleed or whatever as well, and... I paired it with the Frozen Needle for Frostbite. So I was kind of going for a kitchen sink build as far as status effects, but yeah, I just didn't really rate it. Okay, let's fight Okina. I think this is going to be a Savage Claws moment. Especially since we can test out our new Thorny Tear. Okay, so he can dodge out of that, I guess. But not enough. That was at least somewhat straightforward. The Smithing Stone and a Skull +9 or Ancient Dragon one. If it's a +9, then it doesn't matter because it's a Somber and this needs standard upgrades. I'm pretty sure the ones that you get from up here aren't Ancient Dragon ones until you get to Farum Azula, but even then, it's not going to matter much because this is a weapon that requires regular Smithing Stones. Right. I'm going to crack a Great Rune for this one because Fire Giant might be a pain in the butt, especially considering I have no armor. Don't think I really have a great way of ditching my runes because Morgott's Remembrance is only going to get us 30k, so I guess we'll just eat 30k if I lose. Wiki says it's an Ancient Dragon smithing one. Well, I'm not going to be able to get to +24 until I've done this fight anyway, so... I could get a handful of Smithing Stone 8s from Snowfield, I guess, but... Mistimed the horse dodge, never mind. This is going to be a fight where we rely pretty heavily on bleeds. Decent amount of damage. Nice. Clean into second phase. Apologies for the cutscene, but I'm going to use it for thumbnail potentially, so you have to watch this guy's leg break. So the fact that he has ears in his armpits is gross. Imagine if that's what you heard from. Being like, sorry, I didn't hear you, and like lifting your armpit to somebody. He's activated the Sharingan. Alright, let's go. I think we should be okay if we deal a lot of up-close damage here. Like this. Obviously this part is not great. Yeah, I should have thought about that better, huh? The problem is once you do the Ash of War on this, it locks you out of rolling away. And so if you take damage, then you have to take the damage. Let's try that again. We had a pretty clean first phase. I think we can probably pull that off a second time, but I just need to make sure I'm not in the fire, considering I have no armor. Gotta remind myself of that every so often. You don't have armor. At least this time I get myself a chance to avoid the snowplow. There we go. That's the stuff. Nice. Like I said, decent damage first attack we do, so that's okay. Now this. Ow. And now I'm dead. Oh, not quite. Ah. I'm so vulnerable to fire, guys. No specs raise, I don't have a console. The network test is only on consoles. I mean, I do have a console, I have a PS4, but like, I don't think it's being tested on PS4, and if it is, I don't really mind anyway. One more time. Beast is so hairy, it's easy for him to go up in flames. They're just like a series of small fuses. Each hair. Alright, let's see if we get the same attack pattern. We do. And now I drink the thing and I get hit for it. Okay, one more time. Yep, always going to get hit at the end of that. Should probably stop trying to do the combo. Unbelievable how much damage that does. Narnia, thank you for the 16 months. Okay, so we're going in without rune arcs at this point because they're clearly not helping, so... I haven't even had a great chance to see how well we do in Phase 2 yet. Snowplow? Yep. Nice. I think it's incredibly unfair that his foot was on a tree during that attack. Oh, this should be easy. Cool, Phase 2. Now we run away from this. And then when all the fire dies down, we run in and attack the feet. Okay. Okay, not bad so far. Gotta keep on our toes. Stay agile. Get out of this. Very important to get out of that. Also drink blue, because then we get better damage from the Ash of War if we get to use it. Nice. Good, good, good. Okay, that was huge damage. Oh, God. Okay, better now I've healed. Taking him a really long time to bleed this time. But I think that is to our advantage. Yeah, there we go. Oh, absurd. Of course, we got the Curse of the Rune Arc, and as soon as we didn't use the Rune Arc, we were fine. GG. Look at this man. Should be almost completely red, considering the amount of blood that was spilled. Just in time to see Fire Giant go down? Yeah, just in time to not have to watch me squander several Rune Arcs in the process. But we're off to Farum Azula, where we must face the beast himself. His feet must be cold? Probably at this point, yeah. Warm-blooded, this man. All right. We're doing the standard ending this time around, so we're just going to have Melina do her thing, and we'll get off to Farum Azula. I'm also going to do what I usually do and take the opportunity to run to the bathroom during this cutscene, so once we've chatted to her, I'll be back in a minute.
I have long observed the lands between.
Are you ready to commit, chap?
This one death. Are you prepared to commit? Very well, let my hand.
Okay, be right back.
O Erd tree, you shall burn. Burn for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
All right, I'm back. Hello. Next, that sounds lovely. Sorry, I'm just going to take a screenshot of that because he looks incredibly like Beast in this scene specifically. Heck yeah. I need some hero shots in my YouTube thumbnails, that's all. Anyway, here we are in Farum. Gonna beeline for Godskin Duo so we can upgrade the weapons some more. All that flame our boy has finally got to be warm. Yeah, I think that's the whole reason it's there. Keep the Giant's flame under control. Crumbling Farum Azula. And with all these beasts around, finally I'm in my element. I'm about as stunnable as they are, unfortunately. Don't know enough about the Lord to know if the ones who created the tree are good or not, but either way, make way for the new Lord. Yeah, it's basically everyone in this game is of ambiguous moral standing and ethics and everything else. Tea is really starting to grow on you. Love to hear that as a tea drinker myself. Except Turtle Pope. Yes, Turtle Pope is categorically very good. Also, there's a couple of NPCs in the DLC who are also very good. But for various reasons. Some of them have dubious judgment, but are also very cool by my standards. The Beastman's curved sword. I am actually tempted to keep hold of this character for a New Game Plus run when we have to do that, because that's coming up in a couple of weapons' time. And the Beastman's curved sword is one that we have to come to Farum Azula to farm. So honestly, if we brought back Hank McCoy for another beast weapon, I would not hate that. Been watching the Animal Well stream on the VODs channel. Is there any chance of the rest of those being uploaded? I don't know if I managed to export them before they expired. So there is only a chance if I managed to archive them, which I don't know if I did or not. I will take a look for you. In before I jump off the floating island here. Okay, we're good. That's the one that, for whatever reason, I always end up falling off of. I think it's because you have to do 2 quick jumps and I never re-engage my sprint fast enough. That run could be Nicholas Holt and this one is Kelsey Grammer. That could work too. You can, of course, completely change your appearance once you're in-game. So I could make it a different character. But, oh, I forgot that you jump off that one. My bad. At least we got the grace. Yeah, you can completely like respec and rebuild your character anytime you want to, especially for a New Game Plus run. I'd probably end up like duplicating the character because I want to kind of keep all of the save data from these. Yeah, the mirror and the round table will do it, but also if I'm doing a New Game Plus run, I have the option of just using the option when I respec with Renala. Like, cosmetics are part of Renala's menu as well. They were really messing with people when they decided to include a character named Relana as well. I know they're sisters, but like... Now every time I say Renala, I have to like double check with myself that I'm saying it right. Okay, Godskin Duo is going to be tricky because I'm very vulnerable. But right after this, we should be able to upgrade this weapon to near max. We'll also get a talisman that will be very helpful for me. Honestly, I might just equip this instead of the gold scarab. Nice. I'll take that crit. Ow. Definitely get a quick heal before, yes, Apostle immediately attacks me. Nice. Haven't used my flask yet either. Oh, we got him poised out of his phase transition. Amazing. Ouch. Okay, and Apostle's back, so we need to be careful about that. Oh no, we're rolling now. Just gonna wait for him to finish this. Hope Apostle doesn't hit me in the meantime. Nice. Very good. Clean. And let's try and get a bit more damage off while we can. There we go. Sweet. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad then, hopefully. Bernal and I are just hanging out waiting. Okay, he's bringing Apostle back. It's honestly best case scenario though, because we both get to deal damage to multiple targets. Oh god, that's the worst case scenario. There we go. Thanks, Bernal. Why is he still here? Hello? Excuse you? Why do we have a bonus noble? Well, this, I think, is vastly unfair. Didn't even get any bonus runes from it. Rude. So this is a Wendy's. You can tell by all the ketchup on the floor. Right, we got some runes from that, I guess. That's 50 vigor for us. More importantly, though, we got the bell bearing we need, so let's go back to Round Table Hold. It's covered in ketchup. Absolutely smeared with the stuff. Oh yeah, we should probably give them that before we try and get this. How many do I need? Is it 6? I bought too many of those. Never mind. We're on plus 20? Yeah, okay, cool. So we only needed 6 and then 12 of the others. Forgot how many Smithing Stone 8s we'd already got. And this should be okay.
Lay out your up.
Okay, now all we need is to go and fight the dragon right after Godskin Duo. And we should be fine. On the way down there, we'll get the Dragon Crest +2. Is my character the genie from Aladdin? He's Beast from X-Men. Because this is the Beast Claw run. Trying to think what the genie would have as a weapon, but I'm pretty sure just like, you know, a lamp or something. Well, needed to be running to make that jump, and we were not, so... Nice. Could do Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast with the candlestick whip, or the, was it cranial vessel candle stand? So one of our other options for talismans was to get the Shard of Alexander so that Savage Claws would deal more damage. And honestly, considering how many hits it does, with each of them doing more damage, it might be worth it. But I think we might come and get that before Elden Beast, because I don't think there are many, although maybe Gideon. I'm trying to think if there are that many fights left where I can really get, like, uninterrupted hits in with Savage Claws. Because I don't think the Godfrey, Hoarah, Loux, or Radagon fights really have enough room for it. I know, let's do it anyway. We need to go to Mount Gelmir for it, but... yeah, we don't have any of the Seed Water grace yet, so let's go that way. Yeah, unfortunately you can't have a tail, so I can't be Nightcrawler, but then Nightcrawler doesn't really have a great deal of weaponry other than being able to teleport, which your character can do in Elden Ring if they're at a site of grace, so... He uses sabers in the comics sometimes. Not quite the unique character trait I'm looking for, but... He really likes swashbuckling movies. Right. Now that we're past Tibia Mariner. We have another bow run coming up. This only comes to mind because the scarab there gives you an Ash of War for bows. And we've not done a bow run for a while. We got the black bow next. And that's going to be interesting to see how well we do. We're probably going to have to try and beat Moog so we can go to the DLC and get the other arrow talisman. We're not going to get the sharpshooter talisman, but we'll get the soaring sting. And I don't think we have a crossbow coming up until the sea weapons. And pretty late in the sea weapons as well. We have the Creeper's crossbow. Okay, we get the opportunity for Another red flask, which is definitely going to be worth having. Once again, we are here to ignore the magma worm. And speak to this guy. And I can't make it round there.
I hardly think I've been naked. But I won't be able to have some moons above the lofty cloud.
Alright, bye. I defeat Black Blade yet? Are we talking Maliketh? No. Not yet. But we will shortly. So stick around. Right. Now we've done Alexander. We head back to Farum Azula. Oh, dang it. I was so close. There we go. Now, as I was saying, we head back to Farum Azula. We need to get the lift up to see him. Not even going to bother with you. Oh, and I missed again. Never mind. Rough. Yeah, the other option I had for if this weapon turned out bad with Radagon and Elden Beast was that we could use the Destined Death incantation that you get from Maliketh's Remembrance. So I was considering doing that. But I think I might save that for another time. He's been talking about it to me while to get past him. Can't wait to watch you steamroll him. We'll see. We'll see what I'm able to do. The problem with this character is that we have no armor and Maliketh hits real hard, so I am hopeful that we'll be able to beat him pretty quickly, but Beast Clergyman gives me some pause for... I mean, he just has pause, that's the main problem. The gloves we're using do actually look a lot like Maliketh's hands, though, so he's got similar kind of outfitters. Okay, we now have 10 red flasks and 1 blue. We're going to hop in here just because it's a nice big rune. And, of course, completely miss. I don't think we'll want to get any more flasks. I mean, we might want to, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to go and get them all, so I'm not going to worry too much about the golden seed that's over there. We'll use this for now, just because Alexander can pack a punch if he actually gets to attack us.
City, that I doubt there's of course. Which mean, would you kind come and tell me I've been long... You are ready then? Then let us begin. I am the great Jar Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O warriors within. Let us become one champion together.
There we go.
My thanks. I knew you were the stuff.
His attacks are pretty cool, so...
It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Nice. Okay, so we have this now, which will definitely do a lot with Savage Claws if we get the opportunity to use it. So I'll keep that on deck for later, because I think, honestly, against some of the bosses it might be okay. But mostly I'm concerned about having enough... having enough physical defense. Well, the range on this weapon has let me down. There we go. I hate missing these birds. Yeah, that's right. Fall off the cliff. Whew. Yeah, the fact that it always like primes the edge of that ledge that you can jump to with all of the lightning. Alright, and before we get flamethrowered... Oh, apparently not today. Ow. Thank goodness for that. Yikes. Okay. At last, we can move on. You can kill this dragon a lot quicker with beds. Get out. Okay, Beastman Cirque du Soleil is nearly over. Just got to make it across here and hit the guy on the other side. Good. We saw somebody with a sword running past. Time to clean off all this ketchup. It's a lot. It's added some extra eye makeup to me. Okay, at this point we should be able to pass that amount of runes. So we can get one of these. And yeah, that gets us over the line. Give my condiments to the chef. Oh, seriously? Come on. Need another, like, 200. Now we're good. Okay, let's go back to round table holds. Upgrade this thing to plus 25. It becomes the god-slaying weapon. And then we can go and get the death rune. I think we're still going to put points into vigor, even though putting points into strength is still good. We have a strength tier in our flask, so dexterity does nothing for us. Endurance might help a little, but I think, honestly, vigor is still the play. 49 runes left to our name. We'll see how much this upgrade is. 1,300. Great. Plus 25 Beast Claws. One of these days I'll learn to use the map menu, but not today. Okay, one quick Draconic Tree Sentinel fight, and then onwards to Maliketh. Ketchup eyeshadow is awful, yeah. Yeah, this guy does over half my health bar with a single swing. And his horse does a fair bit with a fireball, so gotta be somewhat aware of that. And now lightning, which is even worse. Ouch. All right, one more. Oh, ow. There it is, okay. That took a lot more effort than I expected, but I think we'll actually go and buy some rune arcs from Round Table Hold. Might as well grab all of those. Don't think we'll need anything else. Like I said, we could have put some points into Faith by now and done... Hang on, wrong one. Sights of Grace, that's it. We could have done... like a Faith incantation, Flame Grant Me Strength kind of setup, but... I think the best way of doing that now would be to go and fight Renala and respec with the stats that we have. For now, we'll try using a rune arc. I'm not certain how we'll fare against Beast Clergyman because attack patterns are tricky, but I think as long as we don't try and commit to too much attacking and buffer too many inputs, we should be alright. I think a couple of jumping heavies, probably a good start.
Who approacheth?
Okay, again, range is a problem. That and the fact that he does a lot of damage with a single hit. Oh, ow. Jumped right into that one. Nice. We got one hit in there. Likewise that one. Pocket sand. Okay, that time I dodged it successfully, but did not have the range to follow up. Ouch. I think we'll honestly be better with Maliketh than we are with Beast Clergyman. This is what we need, is more of that. There we go. Okay. An Italian cold steel cinquedilla? Hopefully we can make do with the flasks we've got left. Otherwise, might need to repeat that slightly better.
Become my blade once more.
I think we might have an opportunity for Savage Claw when we run behind him at the start of this. We'll have to see. I'm kind of excited for the Cinquedilla run, but I gather it's not a great weapon. Unfortunately. We'll probably supplement it with some of the Beast incantations and do like a Maliketh cosplay by the end of it. Either way. Let's get into it, baby! Yep, unfortunately, I kind of bottled it there. Oh no. Yeah. I'm pretty vulnerable. So we're going to have to play it a lot safer than I was hoping to, which is irritating, but once again, the Curse of the Runark has us again. So, yeah, I think we're good with the talismans for now. We could potentially just equip Maliketh's armor once we've done this fight if we're having trouble with some of the upcoming bosses and how much damage they deal. But we'll see what we can manage. Italian cold steel quesadilla. Really not a fan of not being able to hit this guy. Oh, okay. That was the most damage we've done in a single flurry of attacks. I'll take a phase 2 right here, though. There we go. Not terrible. How did that hit me, dude? I was rolling. That was garbage. And that guy on YouTube who makes knives out of everything has done a quesadilla yet. Tortilla knife. And then the game just crashes. Even the game thought that was bad. It was like, yeah, sorry about that. Let me just make my exit real fast. Game doesn't crash often, to be fair, so I'm not worried by that, but... Yeah, that was the game backpedaling and being like, no, I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it, actually. Let's go one more time. Can't imagine beating this boss with the reach vulnerability. It's not too bad. I've done some pretty rough weapons with Maliketh, and I know the fight pretty well, which is helpful. Yep, I know. Checking my save data. Okay, at least we can continue. It wouldn't let me check that dialogue box. Okay, we have plus 25, so that's a good sign. We got no runes, which means we just died to Maliketh. Everything seems to be going as planned. It just crashed during a loading screen, so I was concerned. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, second attempt, right. Had no stamina for that one. That was a lot of damage. We were right at the epicenter of that one. But honestly, yeah, I think R1 combo is going to be better here than most of the other stuff we've got. Like, R1 combo is pretty quick sequence of attacks. Don't have to time it the way we do the heavy. I think the jumping heavy is good, but like the jumping R1 also has that like swipe. I think it's about R1 spam this time around. We can't really L2 him unless we have a really large interval in which to do so. Okay, just tank that for no reason. There we go. That was good damage. Pocket Sand follow-up. Quick heal. Nice, okay. Okay, we didn't get the awful pattern this time. Okay, this time we did. I hate that. Okay, this one's okay. Alright. I got my health back, which I'm happy about. Heal. One more heal, I think. Yeah, okay, good. Nice. That was the one that hit me the time it crashed, and I was upset about that fact. Okay. Cheap shot. No damage. Alright, doing well this time. Hold on the R2 spam. Don't want to end up flipping off the edge by accident. That's something only Bono can do. One more attack. Yes, good, 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 good. I knew we had it. Gotta have that confidence right at the end. Hey, not bad, not bad. Yeah, we are obviously still very vulnerable using this weapon, but yeah, I think we're on for a good boss rush. I think against Gideon we'll probably Savage Claws with a couple of Alexander's. We get Alexander's talisman equipped. See, this character is hairy. See? You can tell he's Beast because he's hairy. Yeah, we'll get Shard of Alexander, and a couple of Savage Claws should do it.
The rune of death is unbound.
We're gonna skip ahead to Arrival at Lanedale because once again, it has the character in it. Not sure if Beast or Nightcrawler. Well, we did just teleport, but outside of that, definitely Beast. Kelsey Grammer wakes up. Why am I blue? Niles? Niles, what happened? Heck yeah. It's a shame it doesn't have the weapons in the cutscene, but I recognize that some of the weapons are a little bit ridiculous to have in the cutscene. I have no flasks left. It took every point of healing we had. So, once again, a pretty sure sign that we need to focus vigor. Yeah, let's do this one. Because Gideon should interrupt pretty well. If we're using Savage Claws, we get another Rune Arc for free over here, so I'll use the Rune Arc. A little bit of cheek poking through the loincloth. Listen. Sometimes when you've been teleported back from a floating island that stands in a storm protected from time itself, you return with a wedgie, alright? What's this man supposed to do? Pluck this? Look at his hands. These are not wedgie plucking claws. In fact, he risks the integrity of the entire loincloth if he attempts to pluck the wedgie. So, friends, he will do what he must. What he must do right now is go and beat up this nerd. Who's ready for this?
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring. To become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, I know in my bones.
So that works pretty well, I think.
Cannot become a lord.
Unfortunately, Gideon is the last enemy who will actually be interrupted by my attacks, so it's the last time we get to do that. Thanks for the runes, though. So, with that done, I think we revert back to Dragon Crest Great Shield because Hoarah will do a ton of physical damage to us. We've definitely got enough that we can get... that guy kicking him? Amazing. Yeah, we definitely got enough runes that we can get one more point of vigor. Where's Gideon? Don't worry about it. Gideon is now ketchup. So, Beast versus Beast Regent is up next. I think, honestly, there are a couple of openings in the Hoarah fight where we could get a decent Savage Claws in, but I'm more worried about staying alive, taking less physical damage. He's a condiment now, he's happier that way. Yikes. Yeah, we'll definitely put... Shard of Alexander back on for the Elden Beast. If not for Radagon, then definitely for Elden Beast. Alright, let's give this a try. My camera disappeared in the fog wall. Who's excited for the next run where we have to use a torch as a weapon?
It's been a long while, Morgott.
I'm honestly quite curious how well it'll go. It's it does better damage per hit than this one. Like, the actual attack rating is a lot higher. Unfortunately, it does not hit nearly as quickly. So as far as DPS goes...
Tarnished warrior. Spurned by the grace of gold.
Yeah, Beast-Repellent Torch is the next weapon in the A to Z.
Be assured, the Elden Ring resteth close at hand.
And I think, honestly, I'm just going to supplement it with fire incantations, so if the torch is not great as a weapon, we can just spam catch flame to win. So,
Alas, I am returned.
are we hunting beasts with it? Probably.
To be granted audience once more.
Action pose. Steppy.
Upon my name.
Craven the Beast Hunter. We're just doing all the Marvel characters now.
The first Elden Lord.
Alright, Godfrey, let's do this. Gonna heal after that one. Oh yeah, I forgot that being too close to him does that. He's just doing all the stomps now. Please bleed. Oh gosh, okay. Well, time for round 2. Oh no. I genuinely thought I might have died from that. He's got the same beast claws. Yeah, there we go. Hey. Alright, that didn't go too badly after all.
Befits a crown.
Cheers, boss. Radagon's Great Rune coming through clutch, I think. But having a little extra health won't hurt either. And I think... Oh, just. We're going in with like 300 runes left. 292. Alright, well with 58 Vigor, I think we're as set as we're ever gonna be for Radagon. I think we can get a Savage Claws off immediately. So I'm tempted to go through with just Shard of Alexander so I don't have to switch things up mid-fight. That'll set us up for doing a little extra damage to him too, so... Let's get this going. I think if we beat the game now, like if this doesn't take long, we're probably going to start the next character today and just go and get the weapon. Maybe do the Grail leveling up part, because you just go and buy it from a merchant. It's in Dragon Barrow. It's not that far out of the way. And then we can just get on with fighting bosses next stream. Next stream will not be on Sunday, though, because I have both D&D and TTRPG session in the afternoon. So we're going to be back on Tuesday for the next one. I looked away for 2 seconds. Where'd Godfrey go? That fight honestly went a lot better than I expected it to, but... The good thing with really fast weapons is that you can get in way more hits on Hoarah when he's back-turned. and in that one attack he does where he slams the ground with his palms, you can do that, like, pretty quickly. And the whole point of this weapon, at this point, the whole point of this build is deal a lot of hits in quick succession, and that just multiplies the damage. Which is why I think Elden Beast should be pretty straightforward. But first we've got to fight Radagon, so one thing at a time. Let's go. Nice. Good starts. Follow up after this. Ooh, big AoE. Okay, now we get this one. Alright. Agile as ever, Hank McCoy evades you. Okay, then he takes a lot of damage. Yep, thought so. I was hoping for an opportunity to heal, but I was impatient for it. I think that went pretty well first phase, though. And we got 5 more rune arcs that we can give it a try with. See all of the rune fragments returning to my loincloth. Now, let's skip the cutscene this time around. I think Savage Claws to open was good. I think that worked very well. Ow. Get another one in here. Oh, rough. Okay, this is another Savage Claws. Oh, light roll, how I love you. And still how I somehow mess you up. Okay, that was rude. Okay, nice and easy. Oops. Just get a quick heal in here. And you're dead. Alright. Get my 292 runes back, please. And here's where we shred Elden Beast. Hopefully. If not, that wasn't too bad. For a second attempt, pretty good. We've got another 40 minutes left to stream in theory, so I don't think we should need it. Time for Space Whale! Space blob must die. I'm pretty sure it will. Oh, there's Hank. Hank for scale. Okay, let's go. That was weird. Position glitch? I mean, I'll take it, but... We're not getting any of the more dangerous attacks here because I think I'm chunking off damage too fast. It's confused about what attack to do next. Oh, we got a couple of hits on as it passed as well. Amazing. Okay, yeah, well, this has gone about as well as I expected it to, so I'll absolutely take Rings of Gold here, and then we just got to find the beast once it's back. Oh, we only got one ring. One ring to rule them all, okay. Aha, Elden Stars won't get me. It's firing all the projectiles. Oh no, we got a second rings. We did get it after all. I actually thought it was going to end the fight then and there. I thought the Savage Claws was going to get a little bit more damage off of it. But this time we get another fire. And I got to roll out of this before it does a lot more to me. And with one Savage Claws, the beast is done. And what the heck has happened to my body right there? I'm covered in gold. It's like Beast has had Kintsugi applied to him. Alright, we're all done. Yeah, that was mustard instead of ketchup today. He's covered in flour? Question mark? Well... we give Beast his flowers. We did pretty well. The last few fights went about as well as they could have. We'll wrap things up with 62 health. Radagon's Great Rune burning bright as we mend the Elden Ring. And declare Hank McCoy the Elden Lords. I'm not certain how fast this run was. I think it's probably a little over 5 hours, roughly on par with some of the other fast ones we've done recently. Next character, please give them clothes. Oh, don't worry, we're going to need armor for the torch run. The Olympic torch bearer. Finally, the representation Beastmen have always wanted, yes. I had to check my Google Doc and see what I was going to name the next character. I don't know if I even got that far. Oh, of course, this is the one where it starts with... Yeah. Hank McCoy, the Elden Lord. Yes, Grady, we just finished the Beast Claw run. We're about to start our first run with a torch as the main weapon.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between.
Grady, have you seen the normal ending to this game? Because you got Rani's ending, right?
Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
Getting a screenshot of that. Beast on the throne. So yeah, that's the regular ending. Is like the guy being like, the fallen leaves tell a story, and then you just sitting on the throne. That's basically it. Well, friends, that was Elden Ring. We're going to do our quick wrap up at the round table, and then we will start our next character, just do a little bit of progress, and then end the stream there. But Hank McCoy is the Elden Lord, level 137, a mature wretch. We started as a wretch. We never equipped any armor that entire run, which was pretty funny. Shard of Alexander came in clutch at the end, but this is my standard like fist weapon setup, and it shreds every time. Plus Thorny Crack tier, like no question. This game is just incredible. It really is. It very much is. And that was 5 hours 54 for a full playthrough, which is not our fastest character yet, but is pretty good. Okay, that's the last you'll see of a naked man for a little while. We're going into Beast-Repellent Torch. That's pretty quick. Yeah, my fastest, I think, so far is 5 hours and 12 minutes for the Banished Knight's Halberd. For some reason, just ended up really fast. But we did absolutely nothing off the beaten path. Like, we literally just mainlined the story. So, yeah. Like, aside from, I think, Castle Morn, so that we could get Edgar the Revenger's Halberd, that was really it. And that weapon turned out to be really good. So this is going to be a Strength Faith build with fire incantations. We're probably going to start as a Confessor. And this one, I can't remember if I did a... Yes, okay. So, I don't know how much this is going to come across. But this is meant to be, like, vaguely Adam West inspired. And the character is going to be called 66 Batman, because this is the Beast-Repellent Torch. And the thing that reminds me of is the bit in 66 Batman where he calls it... where it's like shark repellent bat spray or whatever that he's got on his utility belt. Anyway, here comes the bouncy ball. Sing along if you know the words. I'm going to go get some water.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
Arise now, you tarnished!
And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was
Sorry,
forced to perish.
my throat was dry. I needed a drink.
Soon, Marika's
Which staff is that?
demigods
Is that the Carrion Royal Scepter?
claimed
Or is that just a staff we don't get because it's Rani's?
of the Elden Ring.
There's Mikola being abducted.
Mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering.
There's Rykard instilling himself into a snake.
A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment
There's Leonard.
by the greater will.
Double dunk. E indeed.
Rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. call of long-lost grace speaks to us all.
Get ready, folks. Sing along. Hoarah Loux, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung eater, and Sir Gideon of Mere, the all-knowing. Gang, gang, gang. And Adam Wee.
And one other
Yeah, he's all ears, exactly.
whom grace would again bless,
My shark repellent bat grace.
a tarnished of no renown.
He's donning the cowl
Across the fall
for the first time.
to the lands between, to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Every squad has a Hoarah Loux chieftain of the Badlands. That's definitely not me. I think if I'm in a squad, I'm the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, so... I'd be worried if every squad had a Dung Eater, let's put it that way. Alright, friends. Let's do this. It's been a while since we started Confessor, actually. I can't remember what the last Confessor build we did was. Have we done Confessor yet? We must have, surely. Why do we fall, Master Bruce? Every squad got the Gideon, the all-knowing. Yeah, the one guy who thinks he knows it all. Yeah. To be fair, that's probably me. Yeah, I don't remember what weapon it was either. We've done a Prophet build now for the Barbed Staff Spear. But I don't know if we've done absolutely every... I think we've done every starting class now. I just don't know what the last Confessor build was. It might even have been Anvil Hammer. The Anvillain might have been a Confessor. Every squad got the one other whom Grace would again bless. The ugly one! Yeah, I think the Anvillain must have been a Confessor. It makes perfect sense for the character, but... that was a long time ago. That was like the 4th weapon we did or something. Alright, here he is, once again, in Limgrave.
Oh, come to the... Of course, I'm fought without gun. You are fake. Lummy, are you familiar? You may all that. It will lead even if... Great. To castle hope.
Just gotta skip our way through Vare. Alright. Batman needs no maidens. I'm trying to figure out what the most Batman-looking armor is in this game, chat. I need you to help me out. Honestly, Maliketh stuff is all, like, black and gold, so that's probably close. I don't know if there are any masks that really work or anything. There we go, thank you. Oh. Forgot to go and get the rune. My first Elden Ring stream, a Unigame Plus, trying to get the weapons right away, or do you just beeline to the weapon each time? We start a fresh character and beeline to the weapon each time, with the exception of weapons that are so deep into the game that we wouldn't get to fight many bosses with them. So once you get towards the end, like around Farum Azula, I've decided I'm gonna probably go and get those weapons in a run and then do them in a New Game Plus character. But, yeah, outside of those, every one we've done so far has been a fully new game, including Axe of Godfrey, which we did as a randomizer. So we got it super early. We got it on Weeping Peninsula, which was tremendous luck. What kind of build am I going for? This is going to be a Strength Faith build. Probably with fire incantations to support the fact that this is now a torch build. I need to change the title as well, briefly. But yeah, we're going to be getting the Beast-Repellent Torch from Dragon Barrow Merchant, and that is going to be our main weapon for the run, supported by incantations. So I'll change the stream title while we talk to Melina. Should already have done it during the intro cutscene, but I got distracted. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to put part 1 on this, because I think part 1 will really actually start next stream, so.
Traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Alright, that should have changed now.
I offer you an accord.
Something Firekeeper. Also Honda Accord joke.
Sir, but you, I can play turning root to 80.
It's been my favorite, least favorite weapon so far. Any big surprises? Favorite, probably either Anvil Hammer or Backhand Blades. I also really like the Bastard Stars from the base game. Least favorite, probably the Arbalest, because you can't scale crossbows. Which is awful. But we made it work. And I think the ones I'm most excited for coming up... honestly, I'm really looking forward to this, because I want to see how the torches play as weapons. I've never actually used one as a weapon, except accidentally. We've also got the Beast Claw Great Hammer coming up, which means we'll have to do a lot of the... Deathroot collection stuff for Garank, and I've never done all of the Deathroots before. Like, I've definitely been in a position to get all of them on like an all bosses run or whatever, but I've never actually done it. Oh, close. But you'll have to wake up faster than that to catch Adam Wee. No Batman helms in sight. Sad. What's the closest thing you think we can get? Melina's kind of looks like it, but really worth it for the fashion souls. Oh, Melania's. Yeah. Probably not. Imped maybe, but the color is awful. Yeah, that's true. That's true. As long as we can get one thing that it makes sense when I say nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask, I'll be happy.
You're heading to entice well that, but I don't have. It's scared. I want to know nothing. Can you take?
We'll get the jellyfish. We'll go up here and get the Wild Strike's Ash of War, the usual setup. Get the Morning Star. Gather random herbs on the way. Nice. Skeletal mask thing. Oh, what? Royal Remains? We could maybe do that. Black Knife set. Black Knife set could be okay. It's in Consecrated Snowfield, and I don't have much reason to go there. The other thing is, I will probably... I will try and prioritize anything that gives me extra fire damage. So there might be some stuff that works better for fire. This is going to be a strength faith build with fire incantations, probably the flame shrouding crack tier. We'll get the talismans that buff incantations as well.
This way, tarnished. May I have a play and the will? I'd heard tend upon the talk thou art physical for. I was in stride torrents.
Alright.
Tis a summon the spirits now, it is that. I doubt we. How long will it be for the time?
Okay, from here, back here, go get the gold pickled Foulfoot. Raging Wolf Helm. Oh, maybe. Involves doing Volcano Mana stuff, though. It's kind of out of the way. Honestly, I'm wondering if maybe we just stick with the starter Confessor outfit. Oh, we're so close to the edge there. I mean, it's got a cowl. I think it maybe works. Do all the spirit ashes ever get mixed up like flour and spices for a batter? I don't know about that. That sounds like Godric the Grafted kind of behavior to me. That must have been a fun day in the recording booth, surely. Grab this Grace so we can come back and do the Selia Crystal Tunnel Warp later. Go and get our second Foulfoot. I assume that the Beast-Repellent Torch upgrades with normal smithing stones. I can't see it being a somber weapon. So we won't need to go and get any of the sombers. And we'll probably be upgrading the Finger Seal unless there's one that specifically boosts fire incantations, but I don't think it does. I don't think there's any that do. I think there are some that are like specifically Erdtree incantations and things like that, but I don't think there's a fire seal or anything. I know that the Godskin ones have their own seal, and that's obviously a set of fire incantations, just not the one I'm planning on using. Yeah, I know there's an octopus helmet. I saw somebody on stream have it, like, not too long ago, and I was like, what the heck? And then I went and got it, like, on my next playthrough or something. .5% chance to drop? Yeah. I'll take it. We'll go get the Fort Height Grace before we go back and do Weeping Peninsula. Just so we can walk back here for the Blood Grease. Do you want an octopus helmet? I think it says something along the lines of, like, it being a living octopus that you're just allowing to wear on your head. Davy Jones build. Giant Seal boosts Giant Flame incantations. Yeah, I don't think I'll be using those either, that's the thing. I think this build is the one I have the fewest notes for up to this point, but I honestly think as long as I know where I'm going and I know which stats I'm leveling, I have a pretty good idea of what every build can be from this point on. Like, there aren't too many unpleasant surprises left. What's up, Butterman D? Welcome in. Yes, this is the Elden Ring A-Z, where I'm planning to beat the game with every weapon in alphabetical order. This is our 24th run. We are off to get the Beast-Repellent Torch from Dragon Barrow, but first I'm doing my usual run where I run around and gear up. Since we're going to be in Dragon Barrow, we may as well go and kill Greyoll and everything. And then we move on from there. But here on Weeping Peninsula, we just need to grab the Morningstar, because it's a bleed weapon that any class can use, even the Wretch. Basically everything has enough dexterity to wield it, and all you have to do is two-hand it to get the strength. But then, yeah, once we've done Weeping Peninsula, we can just teleport off. We'll go and buy the torch. We'll get some extra runes and level up. I might honestly... RIP that squirrel. I might honestly go and get the bell bearings for all of the smithing stones before I fight any bosses. Because once we've done Dragon Barrow, we've also got the Dectus Medallion, so we can go to Altus and get the +3 and +4 bell bearing, and then putting that sheep out of its misery. And then we'll have a +12 weapon before we go and fight, like, Godric. Which will be a good thing, because the weapon we're using is, as aforementioned, a torch. And I do not know how this is going to go. While we are working on flame incantations, we are not doing frenzied flame incantations. If only you could take a whip and do an Indiana Jones build. So many good options. There's a couple of very good hats for Indiana Jones, yeah. Unfortunately, the whip is going to be one of the last weapons if we ever get that far, so... Hey, what's up, Big Kev? Welcome in. We're on the 24th run of the Elden Ring A-Z. 24th? Right? Last one was the 23rd. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get the Beast-Repellent Torch. And then we repel our previous character, because we just beat the game with Beast. Be the one orc from Lord of the Rings that explodes. He has a torch. I guess we could use the Ruptured Crystal Tier for the mixed physic and just explode stuff, but Unfortunately, that doesn't work against bosses, because you die before the boss dies. And as Grady found out several times on his playthrough, unfortunately, that doesn't mean you get the boss fight done. I swear that has never happened to me anywhere near as much as it's happened to him. Where you double KO a boss, and then you have to go back to the beginning. Also, while I'm here, I might quickly go and get another memory stone. Because if we're doing some support incantations, having like 4 spell slots is probably a good start. So we'll do the rise here. Is this Aridis' rise? Or Testu's rise? That's the one. Probably be 2030 by the time we get through all the weapons. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. If I'm playing this game 4 years from now, then... then what the heck. But also, sign that it's a good game, I suppose. Yeah, part of the reason I don't want to do the Godslayer incantations, like the Black Flame ones, is because there's a Ghost Flame Torch later, which I think suits those spells a little better. And there are going to be several other runs. Godslayer Seal, not the least of them. And possibly also Godslayer's Greatswords, that favor those incantations anyway. Up we go. There we go. Kick that guy in the head for good measure. At the rate your runs are getting shorter, you might see it by 2028. Seems unlikely. I think I don't know if I can get it much faster than we currently have. There have been a couple of weapons on which we have not died that often, but we've definitely died to a boss like once or twice, you know? I'm not at the point where I'm doing hitless runs. And it still does take time. I think that's the difficult part, right? The very last run will be 2 hours, finished in one stream. I have considered at some stage, and I don't typically do stuff like this very often because most of my stuff is Minecraft, but I've considered doing a day where I stream for maybe like 12 hours and we finish 2 runs of Elden Ring in that time. At least doing a stream where it's a single Elden Ring run from start to finish. But then I don't know what weapon I would want to do that for. I don't know if it works thematically for anything in particular, and I honestly don't know if I can spare the time, so... Get so much work done during those streams. I use you as background while I crochet stuffies. Well, I'm encouraging productivity. How can I say no? It's also quite tempting on this run to do Clawmark Seal instead of Finger Seal because it levels with Strength. But then the other seal just levels with Faith, and I'm pretty sure Faith is a useful stat for the Beast-Repellent Torch, so I don't know. Don't know what's better. Sounds grim. I'm using you as a background. I mean, I know what they meant. So I need to learn the cheese for this dragon. Where you have it follow you behind this tree and then it walks out over the branches and drops off the bridge or something like that. I forget. It does something weird. There's some kind of weird full damage glitch that happens to it. Also, do I get Catch Flame from Corrin at the Round Table Hold? I know you get the Flame Sling spell from him. I can't remember if you get Catch Flame. I think maybe you do, right? Yes, okay, good. Did I watch Skull latest video? I don't know what that means. I don't know who that is or why I should know them. Come this way, you. The boss bar hasn't even appeared yet. We're getting no boss music. There we go. And of course he's doing that weird thing where he respawns over here for some reason. Oi, pay attention. No! Oh, yikes. Okay. I don't know where he is, but he better not be anywhere near me. Yeah, I think he warped back to the bridge. Come on, you. Stick around. Try night. Why does it keep resetting him? I think maybe it's because it's about to be daytime and it's looking for excuses to despawn this boss. Okay, now he's on the wrong side of the bridge. So unfortunately that's not going to work. You and I are engaged in mortal combat. I refuse to let you despawn. Okay, now he should be in the right sort of position to fall off. Just wish he didn't get stuck quite so frequently. Please fall off. Go on. You know you want to. Cleprof, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. There we go. Thank you so much for the raid. Prof, welcome in. Hope you had a great stream. Always seem to miss the end of runs. Hey, no worries. We are still going because we're just getting set up for the next character. I'm going to go and buy the torch now. And then I can at least confirm to myself what the heck we're doing with the character build. Had a good stream, thanks. Playing Satisfactory? Nice. A lot of folks still getting a lot of good streams in of Satisfactory. A lot of the hermits playing it right now too. Now I think it's the other Erdtree avatar in Caelid who has the flame shrouding cracked here, right? I always want to say it's the one in Liurnia, but then he has magic, lightning, and holy. I'm pretty sure it's the Caelid avatar. Oh yeah.
Figure to determine if you had. It seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering.
I'm actually going to go to Round Table Hold now because then we can go and buy the spells from Corrin. Ignore the man behind the curtain. The lurking mod, always lurking. Who was that masked man? Here he is.
Oh, welcome. I teach and explore so that one ensuring. By the way, you do most time you are well.
Excellent. The only spell we will ever need, but we'll buy the Raging Fire one as well. Good stuff. Talk to you, I guess. We are going to need two... Oh, actually, no, we don't need two Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones because we're not going to upgrade the Incantation Seal all the way. Anyway, back to Fort Faroth. Now we've done that, at least. Most tarnished you well, too. Got about to have a good stream. Thank you so much, Cleprof. And once again, really appreciate you raiding in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Let's put these on here for now, and Ash of War Wild Strikes, and craft some blood grease, and put that on here, and now we can fight the big dragon. And here we go again. Casual sip during Dragon Murder, I know. Blood grease is going to wear off after the next one, probably. About here. Yep, there we go. Chug flask. Apply grease. Continue. Yes, this is always thirsty work. Has anyone here actually done this fight the right way? We did it the right way on the... Excuse me, the Battle Axe playthrough. Because we were doing all bosses, so I figured I might as well actually fight all the bosses correctly. This doesn't even technically count as a boss, but I like to think of it as a boss. And there we go. Now, there we go. Right. Must have missed that part of the run. Yeah, I need to complete the collection of VODs on YouTube. But that is 150k. Actually, let's just start leveling up. I don't want to risk losing these somehow in some stupid way. Let's make sure we have at least 20 vigor. Let's put a bunch into strength and faith. That seems about right. Switch back to the broadsword for now. We can come back and do Fort Faroth anytime, so we'll at least go... The shack is like literally right up there. So we'll at least go and get a couple of smithing stones. In fact, quick detour to Church of the Plague. What came first, the dragon or the Stormhawk? The dragon or the slumbering egg? I'm trying to think what else looks like an egg in this game, and then I just think of the weird cocoon womb thing that Mikola is in. Yet slumbering beside the divinity. Hi, Millicent. We'll see you later. Weirdly, on this playthrough, we're going to kill Millicent, but not for the prosthesis. We're going to kill her so that Gowry starts crying and drops the canvas talisman when we kill him. The jars are kind of egg-like. They are. Saw someone say it looked like a giant's pelvis bone, which I don't get at all. The egg is above a giant set of hips, yeah. Like, that's actually a thing. Like, if you look at the sort of pedestal thing it's standing on, it looks like a giant set of pelvic bones. Which, yeah, further doubles down on the notion that it is a womb. Okay. You alright there? This dragon is acting out. Only seen Mugs Arena from my partner's game or other people online. Ah, okay, fair play. Yeah, we will probably end up seeing it in a future playthrough, but not this one. Like, we'll be going to Mogwin Palace to farm runes, but not to fight Moog. Unless we want to two-hand the torch with a two-handed talisman, but that seems a little ridiculous. Also, while we're riding towards the camera, you might be able to notice that I've given this guy a lot of heavy eye makeup, as though he is normally supposed to be wearing the Batman mask. And he's got all of the black around his eyes. That's about as Batman as you can get in the Elden Ring character creator. He just looks like he's in The Cure, yeah. shout-out command might be broken. It isn't. It's just a mod-only command. Oh, wait, sorry. No, it puts the username with the at the end of the URL, which doesn't seem to work. I think that also depends on how you type it. Either way, there's a native Twitch /shoutout you can do in chat, which is pretty similar, so... So maybe mods can do that. If you look close enough, there's a rhino face on the neck of that dragon. I don't know if I've ever got close enough to the dragon to really tell. Anyway, we're just going to ride up the hill, obtain the weapon, and we'll be done for the day. We'll start getting the smithing stones and stuff for it on the next stream. Am I trying to get base keys for Night Rain? Nope, because the Night Rain network test is only happening on consoles. And I don't have a console that I stream from, and I would mostly just want to stream it. Yes, Ilonka, we finished the Beast Claw run earlier. Total time was just under 6 hours, which I think is pretty respectable. But yeah, I'm just going to play Night Rain when it comes out on PC. I have no great desire to dive into it immediately. There it is, folks. We got it. I'm looking forward to coming back for the Spiked Cestus. Probably never. But yeah, we have the Beast-Repellent Torch now, which we should be able to use as a weapon. It does have a combo. It has a heavy, the jumping attack, has a roll and poke. I'm wondering if we should get a buckler from Stormveil and parry with this build. And then crit them with the torch. Doesn't have a ton of critical. For perhaps obvious reasons. But yeah, this thing scales primarily on strength. Has an E in dex, so we could put a couple of points into dex if nothing else. Yeah, like, back off, back off. Does this guy sell regular arrows? Yeah, he does. Okay, we're just gonna spend all of those. We'll run into Fort Faroth. And the funny thing here is the rats are gonna leave me alone if I'm holding this torch, so... This could be quite funny, actually. I assume the bat people in here will still attack me, though, because they aren't beasts in the same way exactly. Especially these ones who, like, poison you. No need to buy a torch when you're in dark places. The weapon does double duty. Yes, that's the other fun thing, right? Is if I'm running around with it in my main hand, I can also light the way. The weird thing about this one, maybe it's because I'm... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that rat didn't even bother. Maybe it's because I'm using a shield, but like normally you're supposed to be able to lift the torch above your head, like in midair. Now the real question is, if I technically put it away for this... There we go. I'm the master of Fort Faroth now. Ignore those guys. I'm the boss around here. The first time we've made it out of Fort Faroth alive at the start of one of these runs. Oh, did we not get the Dectus Medallion? Weird. I just was beelining for the Source Seal, I guess. Attempt number 2, yeah. At least I can just warp away from up here. Yeah, weird. I normally do this so automatically that I just assumed I'd done it. There we go. Okay, anyway. That's where we're going to leave it for today. We have the means to go and collect some stuff to upgrade this thing, and if it's going to scale with my strength and we put our strength up pretty high, honestly, I don't think we'll do too badly. But from me and 66 Batman, that's where we're going to wrap up the stream. Folks, thank you so much for being here. I will raid somebody and we'll call it a day there. Once again, I'm not going to be around on Sunday because I have RPG stuff going on that day. We'll go raid Consecrated, who is still on the first playthrough of the DLC and is currently fighting Midra, it looks like. So I guess I say hi to Cons. The Midra fight's awesome, so definitely worth watching this. You can use your Pixel Hype emotes in the hashtag Pixel Raid to show some love. I will see you guys again on Tuesday. It's our next stream, unless I manage to squeeze one in the meantime, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Got too much other stuff going on. Either way, have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.